Dear devotees, we have reached Radha Kund. Let us immerse in the meditation of Radha Kund. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavana. Sri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mana. Sri Govinda Sama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana. Kalinde Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavana. Kalinde Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavana. Kesi Ghata Vanse Bata Gada Sakanana. Kesi Ghata Vanse Bata Gada Sakanana. Jaha Saba Lila Koila Nandana. Jaha Saba Lila Koila Sri Nanda Jasada Jaya Jaya Gopagana. Tridamadi Jaya Jaya Renu Vashagana. Tridamadi Jaya Jaya Renu Vashagana. Jaya Brusavanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari. Jaya Brusavanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari. Jaya Parna Mase Jaya Aviranagare. Jaya Parna Mase Jaya 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 Gopeshwara Vrindavana Maja. Jaya 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 Krishna Sakha Bhattu Raja. Jaya Jaya Krishna Sakha Bhattu Raja. Jaya Rama Gata Jaya Rohini Nandana. Jaya Rama Gata Jaya Rohini Nandana. Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vase Jata Jana. Jaya Jaya Vrindavana Vase Jata Jana. Jayate Japate Jaya Naga Kanya Gana. Jayate Japate Jaya Naga Kanya Gana. Bhakti Jahara Paila Govinda Charana. Bhakti Jahara Paila Govinda Charana. Rasa Mandala Jaya Jaya Radha Shama. Jaya Jaya Rasa Lila Sarva Manarama. Jaya Jaya Rasa Lila Jaya Jaya Jala Rasa Sarvarasa Sara. Jaya Jaya Parakya Bhave Jaha Rajete Prachara. Parakya Bhave Jaha Rajete Prachara. Sridhana Vapada Padma Koriyasmarana. Sridhana Vapada Padma Koriyasmarana. Vina Krishna Rasa Kohe Nama Sankirtana. Vina Krishna Rasa Kohe Nama Sankirtana. Jaya Radha Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Jaya Radha Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Shri Govinda Gopinatha Madana Mohana. Sama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan. Sama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan. Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan. Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahavan. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Dear devotees, in the morning we took Achman of Radha Kund. We sprinkled the water, divine water of Radha Kund, and this in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 18.8 it is written, यथा राधा प्रिया विष्णु तस्या कुंडम प्रियम तथा सर्वगोपीषु सैवैका विष्णोरत्यंत वल्लभा. Just as Srimati Radharani is most dear to Lord Krishna, so her lake known as Radha Kunda is also very dear to him. For all the gopis, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most beloved. And then Sri Brajariti Chintamani, it is said, longing to meet but forced to remain separate, Radha and Krishna assumed the form of Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. In this way, they became splashed with the nectar of meeting each other. So, we have already discussed many times, Radha and Krishna are originally one. For the celebration, they became one, two. So this is a natural celebration of the absolute truth by which he become two, Krishna and Radha. They are non-different, but Lord has its own pleasure potency within. And that pleasure potency, which is naturally non-differentiable from him, becomes differentiable to enhance the sweetness of the absolute truth. In his Govind Lilamrita, Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami reveals that Radha Kund is surrounded in the 8 directions by the 8 kunjas or grooves of Srimati Radharani's principal Sakhis. The natural beauties of these kunjas lies beyond any mundane experience of beauty we may have had in this world. Likewise, Shyamakunda is surrounded by the kunjas of Krishna's 8 principal friends, his Priya Namra Sakhas, each of whom submitted his kunja to a different gopi to manage. Radha Kunda and its surrounding area is the scene of many wonderful pastimes of divine couple. In the Madhyana, midday portion of their eternal 8-fold daily pastimes. This period lasts from 10:48 a.m. to 3:36 p.m. and the pastime includes quarreling over picking flowers, stealing Krishna's flute, water sports, a swing festival, and playing dice. So, there are many things which is written here. I don't know if Ananta Padmanabh or Radhakant can assist me, then probably we can tell. I don't know many of these things. So it is written Kundeshwar Mahadev. I have not seen Kundeshwar Mahadev. As we entered the Kunda area from the southwestern side, we passed the Radha Gokulananda temple. We begin our parikrama by offering our respect to Kundeshwar Mahadev, one of the 4 Shiva deities to protect Radha Kunda from the intrusion of unqualified. Maybe devotees will be blessed if someone can highlight Radha Kund and tell me on which side Kundeshwar Mahadev is there. I don't know this Kundeshwar Mahadev. Let us offer prayer to Kundeshwar Mahadev. And then we
sir,
have
in this map, sir,
I
in this,
saw.
yes, sir. 14
I
is
saw,
the Kundeshwar.
I know, but I saw in the map Kundeshwar Mahadev, but I
yeah,
have not visited, and I don't think that we go to that part of during the parikrama. We go through that.
yes,
Okay. Sir. Then there is a Radha Krishna temple. Radha Kunda's bank are decorated with many temples just down the road. Then down a small
So
alley to the left stand of Radha Krishna temple, home to the presiding deities of Radha Kund. The deities were discovered by Srila Raghunath Das Goswami while he was overseeing the excavation of Radha Kund. So there is a Radha Krishna temple. After Kundeshwara Mahadev, there is a Radha Krishna temple. So I don't know where is this temple, Radha Krishna temple. This is Raghunathas. Okay, so
Prabhuji, it's written. I found a very good link which has all the details of all the places near Radhakund. It's in Hindi, but I'll share the link later with everybody. It says in Hindi that श्री राधा कुंड के नेतृत्व कोण में कुंडेश्वर महादेव हैं, ग्राम के पश्चिम में शिवखोर के उत्तर में महादेव है. I don't know what this means. It says ग्राम के पश्चिम में शिवखोर के उत्तर में महादेव है. श्री राधा रमन जी मंदिर में एक महादेव है. श्री श्याम कुंड के उत्तर में महादेव है. श्री श्याम कुंड के I can't read it.
Mahadev, there are 4 Shiva temples. They are guarding Radha Kund.
Yes, there are actually 4. It has been mentioned there four.
But unfortunately, I'm not aware of it. So, and then there is a Radha Krishna temple. This Radha Krishna temple we don't know. This is actually Raghunath Das Goswami found it while excavating the Radha Kund.
Sir,
Okay.
this Radha Krishna temple is on the left side of the Parikrama mark. On the right side Radha Kund and left side is the Radha Krishna temple.
Right side Radha Kund, left side Radha Krishna temple.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, I don't think that if somebody has gone there, you can tell me. Because normally when you enter from Uddhav Kund, we first see we come across the Radha Kund where we directly go to Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Janava Mata Baithak. These are the places we go.
Yes, sir.
And then that is the place where we take the Achman of Radha Kund. And then we go around and then we come across Lalita Kund and then Syam Kund and of course Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Baithak, and then before Syam Kund, and then we enter. So these are the prominent thing. But here, of course, in there Gopal Manipur Mandir. This is the temple. This is not in ISKCON. This is actually separate trust, and this is by Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj. Acquired this place in 1994, and his samadhi is now located here behind the temple. Visiting the Gopal Manipur Mandir rekindles our feeling of separation for this dear most servant of Srila Prabhupada. He was such a stalwart preacher in scientific field. We miss him dearly. Turning right and continuing down the road, we arrive at the Gopinath temple and the samadhi of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. I don't know how Maharaj is actually doing this parikrama. We don't do this parikrama like this, but this is completely different. So,
Actually, sir, all these places are before reaching Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi.
So because as we enter into Radha Kund, I remember we first enter into Kunjavihari temple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and I think the Jagannath temple we cross at the end, right? Or after, yeah, I am forgetting now. So Gopinath temple and Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi. So this is the place we all visit every time we do the parikrama. So all of you can do a nice meditation on this place. So somebody has already put in Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi. When Raghunath Das Goswami entered the Lord's eternal pastime, his ashes were placed in Samadhi at Syam Kund. That place is known as Sri Goswami Samadhi. Sometime afterward, however, he appeared to Jiva Goswami, instructed him to build another Samadhi at the Radha Gopinath temple and to place his ashes there too. The second Samadhi is where we are now standing. So there is always kirtan here day and night. The sweet sound of holy names saturates the already spiritually resplendent atmosphere. Raghunath Das Goswami is an intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya in Gaur Lila, and in Radha and Krishna's pastime he is Sri Rati Manjari, a dear assistant of Srimati Radharani. Having renounced household life while still a young man, he spent 16 years intimately serving Lord Chaitanya in Jagannath Puri. 16 years. When Mahaprabhu completed his manifest pastimes in this world, Raghunath Das, afflicted by intense separation, came to Vrindavan, decided to end his life by jumping from the top of Govardhan hill. Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, however, dissuaded him. He came to live as a simple mendicant on the banks of Samakund. While living here, he would speak for 3 hours daily about Lord Chaitanya's pastime. Raghunath Das Goswami's monumental devotional efforts are renowned throughout the Vaishnava world. It's only by his pure desire that we can now visit Radha Kund at all. The Bhakti Ratnakara describes that his wish to enlarge the kundas was so strong that Lord personally appeared in the dream of a rich pilgrim in Badrikasrama and directed him to donate money to Raghunath Das Goswami. On hearing the pilgrim's account, the Govinda Goswami was filled with happiness. With great joy, he used to use the money to expand the 2 kundas, which were previously only 2 ponds in a paddy field. So the present form of Samkund and Radhakund, the credit goes to Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami spent 40 years, Baba. It's amazing, 40 years. How could he live in separation from Radha and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu such a year? People say that Raghunath Das Goswami, nobody saw him in clean eye. His eyes are always soaked in tears. He remained absorbed in feeling of separation. It is said that his observance of devotional principle was as rigid as lines in a stone. So sometime people were talking Ragatmika, Raganuga Bhakti. So you see, these people are eternal associates of Krishna, and they performed severe discipline. They maintain severe discipline in their practice of Krishna consciousness. So in Gaudiya Vaishnava Samadhis in Vrindavan, it is written, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami's daily bhajan included chanting 64 rounds of japa, doing Manasi Seva in his spiritual body, worshipping Govardhan Sila, of course that was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, bathing thrice in Radhakund, offering the 1,000 obeisances to Krishna, offering 2,000 obeisances to the Vaishnavas, and then embracing them. He rested only 90 minutes a day, and on some days not at all. Keep in mind, however, that when an eternal associate of Lord appears to rest, internally he continues his service. He ate only 1 leaf cup, that is 100 grams of buttermilk a day. So, just my dear friends, enjoy the, not enjoy, just meditate on the severe austerities and discipline followed by Raghunath Das Goswami. I can see that devotees with me, okay. And all of you know this Janava Mata Baithaka. Now as we go, from the Raghunath Das Goswami's Samadhi to take the Achman, to our right there is a baitak, and that baitak only where we saw, and I had told you yesterday or day before yesterday, when I was doing parikrama with Radha Govind Maharaj, and in that baitak we found that Gopal Krishna Maharaj is sitting, and Radha Govind Maharaj went there and offered his prostrated obeisances to the Maharaj. So that was very, very, it is very catchy in the memory because it is in Janava Mata Baithaka. And all of you know that Janava Mata, I think to this particular place, Janava Mata Baithaka, I think some renovation was done by, what is his name? Our
Vinod Jain.
Vinod Jain Prabhu. Vinod Jain Prabhu.
Permanent Baba. Permanent Baba.
Parmanand Baba actually, and donation was given by Vinod Jain, and we had a feast, and we enjoyed that feast that day during the parikrama. Good. So you know that Janava Mata, an extraordinary, of course, she is the eternal concept of Nityananda Prabhu, and she initiated the Vasudha's son and led or united all the Vaishnavas as the main associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all departed for the spiritual world. Okay. So that's fine. Then it says, then there is Gopal Bhatta Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. I don't know where is this Gopal Bhatta Goswami's Bhajan Kutir. Anybody can tell me? Where is Gopal Krishna Bhatta Goswami's Bhajan Kutir? Free, 1, 2. Acha. So we have never gone in that direction. I see that. Okay. Okay, so we don't know this place. And then 3 Goswami Samadhi. If 2 more steps bring us to 3 Goswami Samadhi, the most sacred resting place of Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Srila Krishnas Kaviraj Goswami, Srila Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. These 3 Goswamis passed away on the same day in different years. This is amazing. Okay. So you can see here it is given. Raghunath, somebody has already put in. That is the place. But unfortunately, I must have seen, because I remember our temple president that time, Kadamakanan Maharaj, he had once done, we had done with him complete Radha Parikrama, and that was as early as 1994. So we did, and he led a massive kirtan, he's a real kirtaniya, and we went to Radhakund and did a kirtan. And then he took us, I remember Panchapandava tree and all those things he showed, but I have forgotten everything. That was very early years for me, so I don't remember. In Govind Lilamrit, it is said, on the northwestern bank is Subala Kunja, named Subalananda. This Kunja was accepted by Radha, is known as Manasa Pavana Ghata. And Sri Radha always eagerly bathed there with her girlfriends For this water consists of honey flowing from Krishna's lotus feet. Therefore, this water is as dear to her as Krishna himself. So at this Samakunda site, this Manasa Pavana Ghata is there. It seems where Radharani takes bath there, and then Pancha Pandava trees, the 5 trees, the 5 Pandavas, observed in the beauty of Radhakund and Samakund, live next to this ghat, that is Manasa Pavana Ghata. And Bhakti Ratnakar explains that Samakunda has an irregular shape because when it was being dug, Raghunath Das Goswami dreamed of Maharaj Yudhishthira, who revealed that he and his brothers were living there as 5 trees. He asked Raghunath Das Goswami not to cut them down. These 5 trees are no longer manifest. Okay. I don't know, because from when they are not manifesting, I don't know. Because in my early times, I remember people pointing the Panchapandava trees, but I don't remember anything about that. Okay. So that is basically, we are going, you can see this Parikrama mark, Kundeshwar Mahadev, then Swarup Damodar Goswami's temple. No. There is a ISKCON temple, it shows. We don't know. This ISKCON temple is different. Then Gopal. Anybody knows what is ISKCON temple there? And then Gopal Manipur temple. And after Swarup Damodar temple, we come to the Radha Gopinath temple, in which the Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi is there, where we normally do our parikrama. And then we see the Gopal Bhatta Goswami Bhajan Kutir, then 3 Goswami Samadhi, then Manas Pavan Ghat, and then Pancha Pandava trees. And so these are all, you see, these are all, because we actually leave this, we don't do this, because as you go from Radhakund to Shyamakund on this side, so you come through these beautiful places, and maybe next time when you do parikrama, so we remember and we will visit these places. So in that route there is Raghunath Das Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Bhajan Kutir. And all of you know that Raghunath Das Goswami, who used to do bhajan there under the scorching sun, and sometime Radharani would come and show umbrella to him, or sometime a tiger who is coming to drink water and Krishna is pointing his arrow at the tiger. So Sanatana Goswami would see that and would chastise and say that you make a kutir. So Raghunath Das Goswami was satisfied simply with chanting and meditating on the banks of Kund. One day when Goswami was deeply absorbed in a trance, a tiger and tigress came to water to quench their thirst. Raghunath Das Goswami was unaware of what is happening around him. So absorbed in samadhi was he. So just to protect his devotee, Krishna personally appeared and kept an eye on the animals while they drank. Sanatana Goswami arrived at that moment and witnessed the scene. Krishna smiled at him, and when the tiger slept, the Lord disappeared too. Sanatana then tried to convince Raghunath to build himself a shelter so the Lord should not have to worry about him. My dear friends, these Goswamis, they gave us, they are giving us faith that how, if you do pure bhajan, you can actually see that entire realm of Goloka Vrindavan would descend within our heart. On another occasion, while Raghunathas Goswami sat in deep meditation under the midday sun, Srimati Radharani appeared behind him to shade him from the scorching rays with her own cloth. She herself was drenched in perspiration. Again, Sanatana Goswami witnessed the scene. You see, Sanatana Goswami is like an elder brother. What a beautiful these 6 Goswamis. Amazing, amazing. I wish I were born simply as a dust or even a grass during those times. But we have to do a lot of tapasya to be able to get such a luxury. They are extraordinary personalities. After some time, Srimati Radharani smiled at Sanatana and left. Everybody, Krishna is smiling at Sanatana, Radharani is smiling at Sanatana. So, this time Sanatana Goswami admonished his exalted friend for inconveniencing the Lord's concert and again demanded he built a kutir. Raghunathas Goswami agreed, and from then onwards he performed his bhajan in this place. On the left in the kutir, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, who did bhajan here approximately a century and a half. Century and a half after Raghunathas Goswami. So almost after 150 years. So our Vaishnava Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when he draws the disciplic line, he doesn't go by exactly Guru Sishya. He takes the prominent one. So if you look at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then 6 Goswami, and after 6 Goswami, you have Narottam Das Thakur, and then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and then you have Baladev Vidyabhushan. As we head in the direction of Parikrama path around Radha Kund and Syam Kund, we stop at Gaur Gadadhar temple and Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Bhajan Kutir, which is right next to it. So I have this Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Bhajan Kutir. Normally we come across when we follow the Parikrama marg. Radha Govindev temple, tongue of Govardhan, Jiva Mandir, Jiv Goswami's Bhajan Kutir, Madhavandar Puri Baitak, Gopi Kupa, Lalita Mohan temple. So I don't see where it is, this temple.
Near
In the,
near this Gopi Kuva, here only it comes.
Gopi Kua.
Year 17 or 18, sir, I think it is. Maybe 16, 17.
In this map, the 15 is the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's.
Yeah, here only. 15.
Bhajan
14,
Kutir.
Jitva Mandir.
Can someone point? You see that this is the right Parikrama marg. We Jana Mata Ghata, then Raghunathas Goswami. Can you show that? Draw that like this. So we come like this, Lalita Kund. So we follow this path, and we follow this path. So basically, all these things are hidden. We don't cover it, right?
So these things are in between Radha Kund and Shamakund.
And we don't go inside. We don't go inside.
Yes.
All right. So we don't go. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Bhajan Kutir is there. Tongue of Govardhan is there. Radha Govind temple is there. So Jai Sri Sri Laxmidhar Behera Bhagwan ki, Srila Giriraj Krishna ki, Sri Radha Ramanju ki. So anyway, and then the beautiful Jagannath temple. All of you know that we visit the Jagannath temple. And Jiva Goswami Bhajan Kutir, I don't know where is this Jiva Goswami Bhajan Kutir. Is it near Jagannath Temple? And then Lalita Kund, of course, we know Lalita Kund. We cover Lalita Kund. Gopi Kupa, we follow through Gopi Kupa. And then the beautiful place, Tamal Tal, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Baitak. We have gone there many times. We have done also bhajan there. We returned to the Parikrama path, walked for some time before coming to Tamal Tal, Tamal tree on the bank of Samkund, under which Lord Chaitanya sat after discovering Radha Kund and Samkund. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur installed a set of marble footprints of Lord Chaitanya here. Until Lord Chaitanya visited Vrindavan, these most sacred lakes remained concealed. There seemed to be only 2 points in the middle of the two different paddy fields. At that time, the village of Radhakund was known as Arit Grama or Arishta Grama, because this was where Krishna had killed Arishtasura. When Lord arrived here and inquired about whereabouts of Radhakund, no one could direct him. The Lord then understood that the holy place called Radhakund was no longer visible. However, being the omniscient Supreme Personality Godhead, he discovered Radhakund and Shyamkund in two paddy fields. There was only a little water, but he took his bath there. When people of the village saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taking his bath in those 2 points in the middle of the paddy field, they were very much astonished. The Lord then offered his prayers to Sri Radhakunda. Of all gopis, Radharani is the dearmost. Similarly, the lake known as Radhakund is very dear to God because it is very dear to Srimati Radharani. Indeed, Lord Krishna gives ecstatic love like that of Srimati Radharani to whoever baths in that lake even once in his life. मुझे तो कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है, मैं बहुत बार नहा चुका हूँ. Okay. Then Sangam. So what is this Sangam? Somebody is showing us the two wonderful lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki? Okay. And what is Sangam? Can someone say what is Sangam?
The junction, sir, like where Radhakund and Shyamkund junction is called Sangam.
On that path where we walk. Okay, Sangam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So Radhakund, Shyamkund, Sangam ki? Jai. Yeah. And then Radha Gopinath Temple, Nityananda Prabhu Baitak. I don't know. Can somebody tell it? I don't know Lord Nityananda Baitak. Someone, Lila Govinda, Radhakant. Why this fellow is silent, this Mayank Madhusudan?
Actually, I have not gone, but before when we complete Parikrama, there is a board which is written Nityananda Mahaprabhu's Baitak. I never went inside. It's there. When we are about to complete Radhakund Parikrama and take a left side.
Okay. So now we will hear a little bit about the appearance of Radhakund, because Radhakund Parikrama is not complete unless we bathe ourselves in the pastimes of appearance of Radhakund. Let me tell you, this was, I think, 1994, Kartik. We are very fortunate. I think that is the year when Bhakti Chaitanya Swami took sannyas from Giriraj Maharaj, and he specifically came to IIT Delhi, and then I think he came 2nd November 1994 to IIT Delhi after taking sannyas, and we were very happy serving him. And then we went to Vrindavan, and that time Gurukul presented in the main courtyard of Krishna Balram temple a beautiful pastimes of Radha Kund appearance. And I think one of the fascinating presentation, very devotional presentation of Radha Kund appearance was given. One foreign devotee was anchoring it, and they had mixed, although this drama was done in English, lot of wonderful songs were played. So it was very, very fabulous thing. So all of you know that Krishna killed Aristasura, and so the gopis would not allow Krishna to come near them, because they would say, this, you are actually a sinner, because anybody who kills anything related to cow, whether cow or bull or calf, then according to Vedic culture, you become a sinner. And according to Lila, Radharani and her friends would not allow Krishna to associate with them. After all, he had just killed a bull. Although Aristasura was a demon, they argued, he had nonetheless assumed the form of a bull. So the gopis insisted that Krishna would have to be purified of his offense by bathing in all the holy rivers before he could be qualified to associate with them again. So you see, imagine, so when you have also quarrel, the quarrel, takes you deep into the path of dharma. So you have done a sin, so now you take bath in all tirthas. Okay. Krishna, however, did not want to leave Braj to visit all these holy places. So he struck the earth with his heel and created a lake bed, Syamakunda. The waters of all holy places then appeared there to fill this kunda. The Lord bathed in the Syamakunda, and the charming smile declared that the gopis had now become impure and unworthy of his association because they had sided with a demon. Still, he suggested they could bathe in Syamakunda to purify themselves. So gopis challenged Krishna, you have become a sinner, so you have to take bath in all holy tirthas. So Krishna invited all the tirthas, dug a well, dug a pond, and they gave all their water. So in front of everyone, all the gopis, so the tirthas came, surrendered to the lotus feet of Krishna, poured their water and left. And Krishna happily bathed in, and after he satisfied their demand. But now Krishna said, you are all impure. Why? Because you have sided with a demon. So now Krishna, he's expanding his lila, saying, okay, it's fine, you can still have an opportunity to be relieved from your sin, so come and take bath in my kunda. The gopis, however, would have none of that. They decided to dig their own kunda with their banjals. Once it was dug, they formed a line stretching all the way to Manasi Ganga and passed the pots of water to one another to fill Radha Kunda. It was an arduous task and went well into the night. In fact, it went on until the close to midnight. The kunda was not small, so even with all their effort, it was far from being filled, right? So the gopis, they started digging their own kunda, and they formed a line stretching all the way to Mansi Ganga and passed pots of water to one another to fill Radha Kund. And it must be a very tough job, because where is Radha Kund? Where is Mansi Ganga? Almost like 4 kilometers at least. Even if you put a straight line, it will be 4 kilometers. And Eventually, heeding Sri Syamasundar's hint, the personified holy rivers and lakes humbly prayed to Srimati Radhika that they be allowed to enter her sacred kunda. So when Krishna saw the gopis and Radharani, they are already, absolutely, emaciated or what is called, tired, exhausted. That's the right word. When they were exhausted from their effort, Krishna took a kindness and invited all the tirthas and told, go. Fell at the lotus feet of Radhika. Don't worry, that's the best thing that you can do. And request her that she should give you permission and to fill her kunda. And Krishna is telling the tirthas, this blessing would perfect their existence. With her graceful permission, they flowed from Rasama Kunda into Radha Kunda. At that moment, Lord declared in front of ecstatic gathering of gopis that Srimati Radharani's Kunda would become even more famous than his own, and that he would always perform pastimes there. Sri Radha Kunda ki. Yeah. Can you imagine? I still remember this beautiful rendering of pastime of Radha Kunda appearance by Gurukul kids. You see, now our Gurukul kids, they don't perform well. Even when, what is his name? My Bits Pilani student who died, Venkateswar. When Venkateswar was the teacher there, he once took me during some celebration, and this Gopinath, Anand Vrindavani Mataji's son, he was performing the role of Duryodhan. I have forgotten what this is related to, of course, the Hastinapur feud. This drama was ecstatic, full of devotion. Those things we are missing in our Gurukul. We may have beautiful land now, but those sweet rendering of Krishna's pastimes, the way it was done earlier, this, I will never forget this 94 rendering of Radha Kunda appearance. It is really beautiful. The entire courtyard was filled. The only difference is in 94, almost 80% were white. And we were in minority. And it was extraordinarily spiritual ambient. I can never forget those experiences. These are all beautiful spiritual experiences. Anyhow, so Radha Kund ke, Radha Kund ke, Radha Kund ke, Radha Kund ke, Radha Kund ke. So, real devotees, now we have from Radha Kund to Kusum Sarovar almost 2 kilometers. So we will chant and we will walk in a speed such that we reach Radha Kund, Kusum Sarovar, and we end our Govardhan Parikrama. So let us start. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna
सोल्यूशन
Krishna
मिला फिर
Hare
इसका इंटरनेट से?
Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare. So dear devotees, we reached now Kusum Sarovar. from where we started our Govardhan Parikrama, and it took almost 3 sittings to complete this parikrama. All of you gave the association to complete this parikrama. I thank you very much. It was a fitting reply. Where is the book? Upadesamrita. It is a fitting final to our the discussion on nectar of instruction. And as you know that we were in the 9th text, and where it was said that among all spiritual planets, Mathura is the best because there Krishna appeared, and better than Mathura is Vrindavan, the 12 forests, and specifically Vrindavan forest where Krishna performed his rasa dance. Better than Vrindavan forest is the Govardhan, which Krishna lifted by his own left hand pinky, and better than Govardhan is the Radha Kund, where most intimate pastimes between Krishna and Radha and other Sakhis. You saw that around the Radha Kund there are 8 kunjas, and these 8 kunjas are meant for 8 principal Sakhis of Radharani. And this beautiful text 9 that where Raghunathas Rupa Goswami is saying or appealing to us that who is that person who is not willing to, or the exact translation, who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kund. And I think that we did the best thing by circumambulating Govardhan and finally offering our obeisances to Radha Kund. Govardhan Parikrama ki,
Yeah.
Radha Kund ki,
Yeah.
Kusum Sarovar ki,
Yeah.
Govind Kund ki,
Yeah.
Suravi Kund ki,
Yeah.
Usri ki Lotha ki,
Yeah.
and Uddhava Kund ki,
Yeah.
Radha Kund ki,
Yeah.
Govardhan Parikrama ki.
Yeah.
So tomorrow morning we will have text 10, and let text 10 be covered by Gurukul team headed by Radhakant. So Radhakant, please prepare your team. And is Narayani Mataji is there?
Yes, Ruji, I'm here.
So Narayani Mataji, please make your team ready for tomorrow's discussion on the 11th, 10th text. 10th text.
Yes, Ruji.
Okay.
Okay.
And so, and then we'll go to text 11, and so we will give the grand final tomorrow, and we will keep the quiz on coming Sunday, not this. Today is Sunday, right? So we will be over by tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is Sunday, right? Tomorrow is Sunday. Tomorrow is Sunday, okay. So, and tomorrow is 14th. So should we do, no, I am not ready with the questions. I can't do the quiz. So we will see how we can do a quiz on nectar of instruction. It looks like the coming Sunday. Let us see whether we will do a quiz on nectar of instruction. But tomorrow, Gurukul team, get ready for 10th verse, 10th text, or 10th verse. Yeah, 10th verse. So this is only 11 verses, and in 11 verses, everything is there, right? It's so beautiful. Any question anybody wants to make? annual Avasti Radha Kund appearance day called Bahula Ashtami. What is meaning of Bahula? Acha, acha. So, okay. Is it Radha Kund appearance in Bahula Ashtami? Ila Govind or
They both are on same day.
Yes, Prabhuji, it's the same day.
same day?
Bahula-
Okay.
Yes.
But sir, recently there was some discussion that is some other day. Radhakund's appearance is not on Bholashtami, but normally they observe on Bholashtami only. Everyone.
Okay.
In Kartik, 8th day in Kartik.
Eighth day of Kartika, right?
The first half, second half, 8 days Gopashtami, and in the first 15 days, the first 8 days Bholashtami. In the waning moon. In the waning moon.
Okay. So, near Deepavali. Yeah. Any, is it Bahulastami is related to this Bahulavan story?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that.
Okay. So I will tell this story of Bahulavan because many people don't know. And being born as Odia, we were accustomed to hearing this Bahula. Bahula is actually a cow, and in song rendering in Odia, we have heard many, many times. But anyhow, this is, many of you don't know, so I can repeat it. And most of you also know, so don't get angry with me because hearing about this also is always purifying. So there is a cow, Bahula, and she had a calf. She has gone to the forest for grazing. And she met a tiger. And tiger said, I will eat you because I am feeling hungry. So Bahula said, you can eat me, but I have not fed my calf the milk. Once I feed him, I give you the word that I'll come back. So the tiger, because this tiger is not an ordinary tiger, he is living in Vrindavan forest. So he said, okay, fine, I will wait for you. And so Bahula goes back and feeds the calf. And as the calf is drinking the milk, the mother is crying and crying. So Bahula was asked by the calf, why are you crying? And then she would tell the story, this is the last time I'm feeding you, and I have given my word to the tiger, and he is actually hungry, and I am his natural food, and I must go. So then the calf says, no, you cannot go. Let him eat me. So the calf and mother and calf, they would argue. In the middle, their caretaker would appear. He says, what has happened? Now this is the status. So caretaker said, if the tiger eats you, I'll become the sinner. So let the tiger eat me. So three of them, they will quarrel with each other, but they are also proceeding towards the forest where tiger is waiting to eat the cow, Bahula. So then tiger would see that three are going forward. The cow is saying, you eat me. The calf is saying, you eat me. And the caretaker is saying, you eat me. And the tiger was actually puzzled. He could have thought that, oh, I have all three to eat. He didn't say that. And then Krishna would appear and would tell the tiger, don't you feel that how selfless all three of them? And then tiger would say, yes, I agree. So how about today doing a breath fasting? And tiger agreed. And all three of them were released. They were freed from the promise that was given by the cow. This is a Bahula born story. And Bahula Ashtami looks like the day on which this incident happened. And so hope that you can feel. It is a fact that in Vrindavan, all the animals are there, but they are not enemy of each other. Okay? So this, okay, so Anwal Avasthi, are you satisfied with this? Anwal Avasthi is saying that the curse that was Giriraj given by Pulastya was actually right thing because it attained the optimal height by the time Krishna came. Actually, you see, Giriraj, if we say Giriraj is heart of Krishna, how Giriraj can be cursed? So there are two things. You see, Gandhari cursed Krishna, right? When Mahabharata was over, Gandhari, Krishna went to Hastinapur and Gandhari saw Krishna. Krishna met Gandhari, and one of the purpose of Krishna is also to pacify them, because who will not tolerate, who can actually tolerate such a huge loss. So we may think, oh, Duryodhana and his sons were killed, but you see, Gandhari lost all her sons. So Krishna went and Gandhari actually cursed Krishna. So how can anyone curse Krishna? But you see, this is a coincidence. He cursed that your dynasty also will be finished. But actually, who can finish Krishna's dynasty? But from internal perspective, Krishna wanted his dynasty to be annihilated by the time he goes back to spiritual world, because there is no need for his dynasty to continue. So it may appear that Gandhari's curse caused Krishna's dynasty to be annihilated. But this is not true. By Krishna's will, Krishna's dynasty was terminated. But then it appears as if Gandhari's curse worked. But that is actually a very myopic cause and effect relationship, because in Krishna conscious, or in a conscious space, you cannot define any event in terms of cause and effect. Cause and effect is only discussed within the material realm. That is, do you know this, my dear friend, philosophically? There is no cause and effect relationship in the spiritual world. There is no cause and effect. Everything is a transcendental axiom. They are all absolute. Every action that happens in spiritual world or Krishna's Lila, they are all absolute. So don't point finger why Krishna did like this or why Krishna did like that. There is no cause and effect there, because this is all absolute. So this is a highly big philosophical point, and hope you introspect and get it. But we have not finished Upadasamrita, Piyush Prabhu. So we have not. So let us finish Upadasamrita, then I will tell about Srila Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's idea of GBC and not creating an Acharya, a mutt headed by Acharya, rather devotees together learn how to, or devotees learn how to preach together. In fact, once Bhurijan Prabhu was telling me that they saw Prabhupada is the head and he was directing and they were just the pawn. The way he moved, they moved. And he was telling that we understood what Prabhupada wanted, but we are never trained how to do it together. Okay? So Prabhupada time, everything was, because if there is a mishap, GBC would do, Prabhupada would immediately correct. So this used to happen. So this is a topic that we'll discuss, of course, at the end of Nectar of Instruction. Yeah. Jalali Mudi is saying the calf name is Tara. Thank you very much. Jaidev Singhari is saying, thanks for a wonderful session, sir. I was planning Govardhan Parikrama after lockdown. This virtual Parikrama and your association felt just like the real Parikrama. Thank you, Jaidev. Actually, if Corona crisis is over, maybe it will be fitting that we do a detailed Radha Kund Parikrama. I had done Radha Kund Parikrama detailed long back, maybe 94, in the association of Kadam Karan Maharaj. Actually, none of you have witnessed the Angres Mandir. None of you. This is no more Angres. Even I was even shocked, when, people used to tell. Nowadays, nobody says Angres Mandir. Do they say Angres Mandir nowadays?
Very few. Very
I
few
don't-
say. Yeah, nobody says that.
Oh, earlier you cannot say neither ISKCON nor people didn't know. It's all Angres Mandir. Yeah.
So looking
But-
forward for that parikrama. This
But-
lockdown.
We don't know when this will happen. So maybe you can request Radhakant Parmanand Baba to give us a detour of Radhakund. It will be nice.
Sure, Prabhuji. Yes. So this Zoom meetings has given us that taste back, like when we were there in IIT Kanpur in 2002-3. So today I felt like that after so many years. I'm in the place and you are giving that Bhagavad Gita in the evening lecture. It was a very good experience after long. So like I come in between because I work in evening. I try to attend your sessions in the evening. But today it was really wonderful experience. And Pavan Prabhu has yesterday asked me to come for this virtual parikrama. Pavan
But
Prabhu.
my dear friend Jaideep, you didn't do the parikrama. You only set for the Radhakund Parikrama. You have missed the entire Govardhan Parikrama.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Right.
You should see the recording. Please hear
Sure,
the
Prabhu.
recording, then you can go
Sure.
through.
I love to do that. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Akai is saying you told us to explain the 4 regulative principles in detail. Are we going to discuss after Upadasamrita? I don't remember. You have to remind me. I may be telling something and I might have forgotten. So if people have to remind me, then I will again tell. So Jalali Mudi is saying this Manasa Parikrama is much more releasing because we got a chance to meditate on Leela of every Leela Stali. Generally, in any Parikrama, I even don't meditate on all the Leela Stali while doing Parikrama. Sir, I also like to join the Giriraji Parikrama. Yes, please pray to Krishna. Corona should disappear. Actually, Corona is not an issue, let me tell you. What is the issue is the sinful attitude of people. Corona is not issue. If people give up, today I was giving a class to Karmis, in IGIT Saranga, I was giving the class. And I don't know what inspired me, and I told. They were asking me if we build robots, then we will lose jobs and all this. They were talking. And I blasted all of them. I said, robot is not an issue. What is issue? Whether we have good people or bad people. I gave, I quoted the verse even today in a karmic class. I quoted a verse, Ekop Yasau Rachaitum Jagadanda Koti, to explain. Because I was explaining what is an experience. I said that we cannot have an experience beyond our body. So I was explaining that to have an experience beyond our body, how we should be able to enter into every aspect of the external object. Actually, there is no external object, that's another thing. We can't. Then I was telling that only the absolute truth who can enter into every point in space and time, and hence he can have the experience, the totality of experience he can have, we cannot experience. So the point is, this Corona is not an issue. Corona is an event to let us know that we are on the wrong path. And in fact, I told them to the community today that it is possible this civilization may come to an end. It is possible. Even when I was in Cambridge 2010, in fact, my visit to Cambridge in 2010 let me know or inspired me to have a bigger campus than the 3-acre campus we were getting in the beginning. So during that, someone there told me that Newton has predicted that this civilization based on this modern science will come to an end by 2040 or 2060, I'm forgetting. That's his prediction. And I was telling today that if this civilization has to be perpetuated for some more centuries, or then the only way it can be perpetuated if we develop a better science. So I was giving them some idea how we can develop a better science. So there are so many things, Krishna would manifest, who we are. Suddenly, Krishna, I won't say Krishna because this yuga is not of Krishna. This yuga is of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is up to Mahaprabhu because his Lila, Sankirtan Lila, must continue for 10,000 years. So I would suggest this Mahaprabhu's Sankirtan Lila started 500 years ago. So we have 9,500 years for this Sankirtan movement to last. So there may be completely civilizational change. It is possible. So let us not become sure, oh, this world will continue the way it is. No, world has not continued the way it was before. You don't see Greek civilization, you don't see Mesopotamia civilization, you don't see Mohenjo-daro Harappa civilization, you don't see, so many civilizations that have been gone into the oblivion. Today, I was seeing a mock interview where an interviewer was telling, I was shocked to know this. Interviewer, this is a IS civil service mock interview, and the interviewer is asking, where is Hastinapur? And I was amazed. And this lady aspirant, in fact, it seems that he finally got selected and she could not answer. And then this person answered, this is Meerut. Meerut is the Hastinapur. So that is the big fellows, they have a lot of insight into our history. And so if a civil service exam interviewer is able to say, where is Hastinapur? That's a good indication that because the British rule has really destroyed our cultural heritage. You must know culture is very important. Culture is very important. As of now, the Gaudiya Vaishnavis survived because of Bengali language, and Bengali is taking part in it. Now Prabhupada made it global by taking this Krishna consciousness to English. And from there, it got translated to various languages. I am of the very strong view that language has a great effect on culture. And hence, when we preach Krishna consciousness, we should not make it a global culture in the sense we should always preach Krishna consciousness while respecting the regional culture. And when we were doing, inaugurating our new campus, Vrindaranyam, while doing a Sankirtan, that time Piyush and his wife Kriti, they brought some local devotees, boys and girls, and they were performing something, and they were stopped from doing it because we were getting late. And later, Sachinandan Maharaj, he kind of gave me, chastised me and said, we should not do it. The local people should be encouraged more and more. So culture is very important. When we preach in Braj, we should not do something that will destroy the Braj culture. Rather, we should take Krishna consciousness, or we should embed Krishna consciousness in their culture in a way they will be comfortable to continue it. Because culture is, now also, let me tell you, in spite of my rigorous involvement within ISKCON of, almost 30 years now, and which is a global organization, any cultural milieu in line with Krishna consciousness in Odia, when it comes to me, I become completely absorbed, because language and culture are very strongly connected, and so this has to be taken very carefully. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow.